Bob Rogers, as executive director of the Canadian Hemochromatosis Society, how did you get involved with this, Bob? Do you have this yourself? Was it in your family? Tell us your story.
Brian, I've been in the nonprofit sector for over 30 years of my life, and usually around areas where people are bereft of the things that they need for quality life, whether it's homelessness, poverty, or so on. For me, it seemed a natural shift to apply to a position with the Canadian Hemochromatosis Society to offer my services and leadership to an organization that had a real challenge, and that is to make this as well known as cholesterol. I mean, we all know what that is, but that's how much we would like this disorder to be known, so that a doctor can pick it up and see some of the symptoms and work towards this. So I have a passion. I have just a deep passion to see that people are helped, and this one is huge.
You must see, though, Bob, some of the suffering that goes on with this.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Dr. Adams mentioned this is something that is expressed and found in people that are 50 to 60. I'd like to tell you about David's story. And David was a man that was living in Salmon Arm, BC, and he was having his gallbladder removed at 38 years of age. And when the doctor went in to remove the gallbladder, after post-surgery, the doctor came to the bedside of David and said, "I want to know two things. How long have you been drinking, and how much?" And David said, "I'm a teetotaler. I don't drink." He said, "Look, denial is not going to help you here. I need to know how long, how much." He said, "You ask my wife. I'm a teetotaler." So that was confirmed, and the doctor said, "Well, what I've seen is that your liver is so damaged that I'm going to send you into Vancouver because I think I might know what this is, but I'm not sure." Sends David into Vancouver, St. Paul's Hospital, and David was diagnosed with hemochromatosis at 38 years of age. Even so, his liver was so damaged at this point with cirrhosis that looked like he had been drinking for 20 years, 2 bottles a day. Today, David is 61 years of age. His 80% of his liver has been burned off. He has cancer that has metastasized throughout his entire body. His adenoids are gone. This man's whole life has been wrecked by this disorder, and his daughter has hemochromatosis. Fortunately for him and his diagnosis, he was able to get his daughter tested early enough, and she now is in regular treatment, which is giving blood, and we'll get to that point later. So this is a disorder that can express itself and damage the body in men in their 30s, and in women later, because women lose blood through menses and childbirth. So it's about a 10 to 15 year later onset for women postmenopausal. But we're seeing these kinds of stories, and it's quite painful, and people are dying from this disorder.
Have you lost friends?
I haven't lost any. I've been with the organization for 2 years, but I have seen when David goes, and he's someone I've sat down and had lunch with and coffee with. There's another gentleman. We have a graphic designer out in Vancouver, Tammy Hall, and her uncle right now is in hospital, and he's within